Welcome to another video from East Beds Bushcraft, the home of #survival.
Greetings bushcrafters and survivalists, it's Buzz here back in the Noodletorium, and this time it's our 21st, can you believe this? My 21st noodle review, and we are reviewing NAMDONG Chicken Tiger K-noodles, and these have a spice level on them. Woohoo! Let's just move these. All like the new mooring ropes for the new canoe this week, so I've got to get those sorted out. Unfortunately, the rivers are still a bit swollen around where we are in Bedfordshire, so I haven't taken the new canoe out yet, which is really annoying. But in the meantime, I've been doing a bit of filming and things which have been keeping me busy. Anyway, I'm waffling, and I've been told off for waffling, but no, my mate Toby, he likes me waffling, so I shall waffle. So we got 400, I haven't got my glasses with me today, 400 millilitres of water on the boil. It's just coming up to the boil. We need to add the noodles, and then add the seasoning mix and the contents of the chilli sachet. Right, so let's have a look at these. Right, we are on the boil. Ooh, interesting. This is a big slab of noodles. In you go. Put that in. Okay. So we've got to bed those down. Now, funny, I saw my mate Toby yesterday because we just happened to be filming on the same project. And I'm going to take this down a little bit, methinks, before it overboils. So far, self, turn it off. And back on. There you go. Yeah, so we've been filming on the same project. And funnily enough, you can have a look up on the internet. Johnny Who Entertainments, which is a fan-based film company that does retro Doctor Who films, sort of like 1970s and 80s, 60s, 70s and 80s, should I say, Doctor Who. Alright, let's get that in there. And I was having a chat about noodles with Toby, because Toby doesn't like long noodles. Oh jeez, this really wants to boil. Hard to get these noodles down. Right, get them in there. You're in. So anyway, as I say, Toby, my mate, we know you don't like long noodles, and I like long noodles. And Toby doesn't like noodle soup. I like noodle soup. Right, okay, so this is the chicken tiger flavour. Look at that. Look, I just flapped it around and automatically opened it at the same time. That could have ended horribly. Right. So in goes the flavouring. In goes the flavouring. Now we have a chilli sachet. And it says here, choose your spice level. No sachet, half a sachet, or the full sachet. What should I do? Well, the last noodles I had nearly knocked my head off, which for me is quite something. So I am going to still go the whole hog. Yeah, why not? We're out in the wilds. We've been on a canoe trip. We've been paddling for about 15 miles, 20 miles, getting hungry. Burnt loads of calories. Want to spice my day up with a bit of spice. There you go. Right, so we put the flavouring in and our spice level, which is the whole packet, and then we need to simmer this for 4 minutes. Okay, Noodle Owl, wise old Noodle Owl, give me 4 minutes. Yeah, well, so there was an interesting conversation I had with Toby about noodles, and you know, I kind of assume that most people, when they're just getting packet noodles, take them out of the packet. I know a lot of people that literally don't even bother reading the instructions. They will boil the water, chuck the noodles in, and let them steep for a few minutes before eating them. Obviously, I'm doing this to follow the instructions as near as possible, as if I was in camp. But it's interesting though, you know, do you out there, are you like Toby? Do you like to smash your noodles up, pulverise them into little bits, and then add the flavourings? Again, not a lot of rubbish, so that's good. Now, Toby's argument for it was that by breaking all the noodles up into little pieces, they absorb the flavour more. And by boiling the noodles down, so you have 0 noodle soup, you get more flavour. Well, okay, I can appreciate that, Tobes. You know, I'm not arguing with you. That's just one way of doing it. For me, I actually enjoy the experience of supping up and eating long noodles. Not just like broken up little pieces of noodle. I suppose it's a bit like, I always find tin spaghetti, if you ever had tin spaghetti and it's in like, you open it up and the spaghetti is being made in tight little bits, always seems a bit disappointing to me, because I want long spaghetti. So for me, personal choice, I like my long noodles. And I can understand maybe boiling it down so you got no noodle soup, but the thing for me is I find the noodles accept the flavour fine for me as they are prepped in the kind of regular manner. But it's nice when you're sitting there in the woods, halfway up a mountain, in the dunes on the sea, on the coast, and you know you've just been canoeing and you've pulled up at the side of the river. There's one thing about having a noodle that's also got the soup, is you've got that hot drink as well. You know, it's like a double hit. You have the noodles and then you have the noodle soup, where you can just sit there and just enjoy this hot drink, you know, because I do like soup, you know. Maybe I should have asked you, Toby. Maybe Toby, you can put a comment if you see this video and tell me if you actually do like soup or not. I don't know. But anyway, which led me, after this conversation and my waffling, to think I shall ask all you ladies and gents out there, how do you deal with your noodles? Do you smash the packet to pieces before putting it in your cook pot? Or do you make sure that you only add enough water to deal with the noodles so you have no noodle soup? Or do you prefer to flood your noodles so that in fact not only have you got a load of noodles, but you've also got a load of noodle soup? I have seen other of my fellow bushcrafters out there, when we've been sharing time at camp, doing such like as having the noodles and then adding, say, a tin of mackerel to it and things like that. But I'm just talking about as they come out the packet, you know. How do you like yours? Anyway, in the meantime, waffling aside, let's have a look to see how long we got. Oh, almost there. You know, I've just talked my way through for nearly 4 minutes waffling on about noodles. So here we go. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay! The wise old noodle owl! You know, he's going to have to get his own spot. Maybe I should get a picture of the wise old noodle owl to put up. Right, cooker off. Noodles, you've had your time. Okay. Excellent. I do love the fact that the Crusaders cup handles never really get hot. I mean, if I've got this at camp tucked into obviously a log fire, then yeah, your handles get hot and you need your glove. But here, I'm just using the gas ring. Right, well, that's a turn up. I don't know if you're going to see this on the camera, but look, the actual vegetables packet, the veggie packet, the spice packet, whatever you want to call it, has actually got quite large bits of veggie in this. It's smelling good. Got carrot in there. Yeah, there's a block of carrot. Can you see that on my spork? A block of carrot. So you know that makes a difference from just having the dust of dehydrated vegetables they normally give you. So yeah, smelling good. Doesn't smell spicy, so we shall see. I've gone for the hot version. All right, so you can have these without half the packet or for the full packet. So let's tuck in and see exactly what having the full packet of the hot and spicy sauce is gonna do. So let's go. Oh man, they were lovely. Whew. Okay, we've almost, I almost feel as if I had the Noodle Valkyrie come to visit then. Almost. On the cusp, okay? They were really nice. Now, they took a long time to eat because there was such a nice big cake of noodles in there, and they were thick noodles, and as you may have noticed, very long noodles, and they just kept on coming. I mean, these were a really nice packet of noodles. Ooh, heat flavour, I'd say go for the full packet. Oh, very flavoursome. Although, no, it's not gritty, but it has made my cup a bit messier than I would have liked. But I am going to give these, actually I'll probably tell you what price. That's why I quickly had a look at my phone, because I need to double check on the price. These are £1.30 to £1.60 for a packet. Well worth it for the treat. They're getting a solid 9. Yes, NAMDONG, that's what you are, NAMDONG Chicken Tiger. Choose your spice. If you have ever tried, and I haven't actually as yet done a noodle review for a pot noodle bad boy, alright, these are about on the same level as a bad boy. I'm gonna have to do a bad boy noodle review, but oh yeah, very tasty, like those. So yeah, I can recommend them if I am stuck and it's the end of days. One of our current mad world leaders has decided to push the button and all hell has broken out, and I am sitting there with my family, fingers crossed, with all my preps, fingers crossed, and facing my end of days. I'm going to be happy to eat those. Yeah, they will lift my spirits. Lift my spirits. They're a noodle that would lift your spirits either at the end of the day or at just sitting by a river, sitting in the forest, up a mountain. Very, very nice. Almost Noodle Valkyrie worthy. Perhaps for some people they are. For me, they almost kicked it, but wasn't quite that divine flavour that I think we've only had a couple of times so far in my reviews. But number 21, you did fantastic. So if you can find them, search them out, give them a try, let me know what you think. Do you think they're too spicy with the full spice mix, or do you cut it down and go for the half, or even without? You let me know. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, watching my silly little noodle video review, and I shall catch you in the next one.
Thank you for watching. Please like and share this video and subscribe to the East Beds Bushcraft channel. See you all again soon.